Hi guys, I'm Calley. Thanks for coming and joining me for some yoga this morning. Just make sure that you have some comfortable clothes to wear, a quiet place to do your yoga, and a big bottle of water. We'll start by coming to sit in a comfortable seated position. Maybe bringing a little pillow, or if you have a yoga block, you can use a yoga block. Sitting on top of that, or maybe just sitting right on the floor, whatever feels good, making yourself nice and comfortable, sitting up just as tall as you can, and just taking a moment, closing your eyes down, starting to notice your breath, taking those big, deep, long breaths of air, filling up your lungs, letting your belly expand. And on your exhale, keeping your mouth closed down, feeling that vibration in the back of your throat as you push that air out, kind of making a noise like Darth Vader, like. Just taking some big breaths like that. Inhale, filling up your belly. Exhale, pushing it out. One more just like that, filling it up and pushing it out. Then we'll start to open those eyes, bringing those hands up, just giving your hands a nice little shake, maybe shaking those shoulders out, just getting rid of any tension. And then we'll come to stillness, sitting up just as tall as you can, inhaling those arms up over your head, interlacing your fingers, and then turning those palms to the ceiling, really reaching through those arms, lifting up out of your hips, keeping that chin lifted, and then starting to move right and left, starting to open up your side. Breathing into it, meeting in the middle, reaching through those fingertips. On that exhale, we'll start to bring that right hand down to your side, reaching that left arm up to the ceiling, and then rainbowing those fingers over, taking that big deep stretch through your side, maybe looking up under your arms, seeing the ceiling above your head. And then we'll start to bring that that left hand down on top of your right knee. Bringing those right fingers behind you, sitting up nice and tall. And as you breathe out, starting to look over that shoulder, seeing that wall behind you. Taking that nice deep twist into your back. Keeping your back long. See if you can roll those eyes back just a little bit further. And then coming back to the middle, inhaling those arms up. On that exhale, bringing that left arm down, reaching those right fingertips up, maybe looking up underneath that arm. Seeing if you can melt those fingers over just a little bit deeper. And then bringing that right hand down on top of your knee. Start to walk those left fingertips behind you, sitting up tall. And then starting to bring that gaze, looking at that wall behind you. Inhale as you sit up just a little bit taller. And exhale as you roll those eyes back just a little bit further. And then coming back to the center. Start to move that pillow or that block out of your way here. Coming over to all fours, getting ready for cat-cow. Finding that tabletop position, finding that nice neutral spine, making sure you're not dropping it down or lifting it up, just nice and level. Bringing those knees just about hip width distance. Starting to rock from one side to the other. Maybe snaking that spine out. And then we'll meet in the middle. And on that inhale, start to move into your cow pose, dropping that belly down, pulling that chest through, maybe starting to look up toward that ceiling. And as you exhale, you start to bring that belly in, rounding your spine, tucking your chin. Moving through that inhale as you come into cow. Exhale as you move into your cat pose. One more time. And coming back to that nice neutral position. We'll start to ground into your right hand. Really planting that down onto your mat or onto the floor. And on that inhale, bringing that left arm up, reaching through your fingers, opening your chest up, maybe looking up to see those fingers. And as you exhale, bringing that left arm down underneath your right arm, bringing that shoulder down to the mat. And then starting to walk those fingertips forward. This is called threading the needle. We're going to bring that left ear down. Just breathing into it. And then starting to walk that right hand back in. Reaching through that left arm, lifting that gaze up, lowering it down. Moving through cat-cow, inhale, lifting your chest, lifting your gaze. Exhale, pulling your belly in, rounding your spine. Coming back to that neutral position, rounding into that left hand this time, reaching those right fingertips up. Opening that chest, pulling that shoulder back. Exhale, bringing that hand underneath that left arm. Dropping that shoulder down, dropping your ear, and then walking those fingertips out above you. Just breathing into it so you can melt it down just a little bit more. We'll start to walk those fingertips back in, pushing into that left hand, reaching that right arm up, and then lowering it down. Moving through cat-cow, inhale, lifting your chest, dropping your belly. Exhale, pulling that belly in all the way, rounding your spine, and coming back to neutral. We'll start to tuck those toes underneath you, starting to push into your hands, really spreading those fingers wide. And then on your next inhale, start to lift up those hips, starting to straighten those knees, coming into your first down dog. Just taking a minute to start to pedal those legs out. Maybe rocking those hips from one side to the other. Maybe bending deep into one knee, stretching through your side body. Just getting every little kink worked out. And coming back to the middle, pushing those heels down, pushing into your hands, really lifting those hips up toward the ceiling. And then we'll start to look up to the top of the mat, starting to step those feet up, coming all the way up between your hands, grounding your feet into the mat. And on your inhale, we'll start to roll it up nice and slow, coming up one vertebrae at a time, bringing that chin out last, standing nice and tall. Focusing that gaze out in front of you, really growing roots down into your mat. Thinking about grounding all four corners of both of your feet. Nice strong legs, pulling your belly in. reaching up through the crown of your head. And then we'll bring those toes together and inhale those arms up, reaching up tall, bringing those hands together in prayer, and starting to move right to left. Just opening up your spine, opening up your side body. Coming back to the center. Nice deep breath, reaching through your fingers. And on that exhale, pushing your hips forward as you lift your chest, starting to lift your gaze up, coming into a nice gentle back bend. Maybe starting to walk those eyes back, maybe seeing that wall behind you. Inhaling up. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Exhale, hinging it forward. Bringing those hands to the mat. Keeping those legs nice and bent. And then we'll bring those hands to your shins, lengthening your spine. Really reaching forward through the crown of your head, bringing that gaze down in front of you. And exhale, bringing those hands down. We'll start to step those feet back, coming to your plank position. Really finding that nice straight line from the crown of your head out through your heels. Keeping those hips lifted, staying nice and strong. And then we'll start to pull those elbows back, bringing those elbows close to your body, coming down through chaturanga. Pulling up through your cobra or up dog. And coming back to your down dog. Taking a breath. Bringing those toes together. And starting to look to the top of the mat, starting to step those feet up. Grounding those feet into the mat, bending through one knee and then the other. And then we'll start to lift those feet up, coming to our gorilla pose. We're going to walk those fingers underneath your feet, bringing those toes all the way up to your wrist creases if you can. Just taking a minute here, rocking those hips from one side to the other. Really working out your back. And then we'll come to stillness, starting to bring those hands out from underneath your feet, starting to roll that spine up nice and slow. Bringing those arms up, hands in prayer. Exhale, gentle back bend, lifting your chest, lifting your gaze, pulling those fingers back. Inhaling up. Exhale, hinging forward. Hands to the mat. Inhale, coming halfway up, lengthening your spine. And then stepping back to plank. Maybe lowering those knees down here. If that's a little bit easier for you, just making sure to keep that body nice and straight. And as you're ready, we'll start to lower it down. Coming through cobra or up dog. Pushing those feet into the mat. And then pulling back into that down dog. Tucking those toes, lifting those hips. Pedaling those legs out. And then we'll bring those toes together. And on your inhale, bringing that right leg up behind you. And reaching through your heel, pushing into your hands. And on that exhale, pulling that knee in and stepping that foot through. Dropping your back knee down, coming into a low lunge here. Just sitting up nice and tall. Starting to open up your hip. Starting to bounce up and down just a little bit in the sling. And then we'll reach those arms up. Reaching toward the ceiling. And as you exhale, pulling those elbows out wide like you're a cactus. Cactusing those arms. Bringing those shoulder blades together. And reaching up. Exhale, pulling bringing those hands down, untucking those toes, lifting that knee, and then pulling that right knee in and sending that leg up behind you. Lowering it down, taking a breath, and then we'll inhale, bringing that left leg up, pushing into your hands, reaching up through that heel. Exhale, stepping that foot through, dropping that back knee down, untucking your toes, coming into your low lunge. And just pulsing here, bouncing up and down just a little bit. Getting those legs nice and open. Then we'll reach those fingertips up. Exhale, cactusing those arms, pulling those shoulder blades together. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. 2 more. Reach through those fingers, lowering those hands down, tucking those back toes, pulling that left knee in, sending that foot up behind you, and then lowering it down. Starting to walk those hands back, to the back of your feet, or to the back of your mat. Starting to walk those feet out just a little bit wider. And then crouching down, coming into a nice low squat so that you can bring those elbows in between your knees, coming into your frog pose. So you should look just like a frog here with those fingers down on the mat. Nice low squat, bouncing up and down just a little bit. And on that inhale, start to lift it up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lifting it up. Exhaling it down. You might even start to hop it up. As you're ready, up. Once more. And then we'll start to walk those hands down, really grounding into your palms. Starting to squeeze those knees into your elbows. And maybe starting to lift one leg and then the other, working on that crow pose. You might even bring both legs up, seeing if you can start to balance on those hands, finding that place of balance here. And just playing with this. Really keeping those knees hugged in tight. Maybe walking those knees just a little bit higher up onto your elbows. And as you're done playing with this one, all come down onto our knees, taking a breath, and then walking it forward, coming into a child's pose. You can bring those hands out long above your head if you like, or if you want to bring those hands back behind you and just let that forehead rest on the ground, you can. Just taking some breaths here. This is a good pose to come to if you ever just need to chill out and relax for a few minutes. And then as you're ready, we'll start to come forward, bringing those forearms down onto the mat, lowering that chest down, and coming into your Sphinx pose. And this one, if you imagine the Egyptian Sphinx should look just like that, with those arms straight out in front of you, keeping that gaze straight ahead, really keeping that chest lifted, breathing into it, and then lowering it down. Going back into that child's pose. Taking a breath. And then starting to tuck those toes underneath you, coming back up into your down dog. Walking those toes in. On that inhale, lifting that right leg. Exhale, pulling that knee in, stepping that foot through. And this time we'll drop that back heel down, coming to your warrior one position. Keeping that knee stacked directly over that ankle, squaring that body forward, reaching through those fingers. Exhale, opening to the side, warrior two. Stretching those fingers toward opposite walls, really keeping that nice deep bend of your knee. And then we'll flip that front palm, and on your exhale, reaching it up and over, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bringing that front hand down to the inside of your knee. Back arm comes up and over, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bringing those hands behind you, interlacing those fingers behind your bottom. And as you breathe out, starting to bow forward, coming into that humble warrior. Reaching up through those fingers, melting that chest down to the inside of your leg. Releasing the grip. Coming back to that warrior two. Straightening that front leg. And then bringing those hands to either side of that leg. Pulling that knee in and sending it up behind you. Lowering down. Taking a breath. And then we'll inhale, bringing that left leg up. Stepping that foot through. Bringing that back heel down, coming up to that warrior one pose. Really squaring it forward, stacking that knee. Reaching those arms up. And on that exhale, opening it up, warrior two. Gazing over opposite fingers. Starting to flip that front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. And back to warrior two. Bring that front hand down, back hand comes up and over. Extended side ankle. Inhale up. Bringing those hands behind your back. Interlacing your fingers. On that exhale, bowing forward. Bringing that head to the inside of your knee. Humble warrior. Coming back up, releasing your grip. Warrior two. Arms come down. Pulling that knee in and sending that foot up behind you. Lowering it down. And then just starting to walk those hands back, lowering those knees down, crossing those heels over, and rolling it over onto your bottom. Start to roll it down nice and slow. Just taking a minute, working that spine out. Trying to see if you can get your whole spine to touch down to the mat. Maybe rolling that head from side to side. And then starting to bring those feet in and grounding into your feet. We'll inhale that right leg up. Crossing that knee over the top of your left. Crossing that heel over the top of your left knee. Starting to reach behind that thigh, finding your grip, bringing those shoulders down to the mat, and then just gently starting to hug that leg in towards you. Threading the needle, opening your hip up, breathing into it. Then we'll lower that left foot down, reaching through that right foot. Exhale, lowering it down. Inhale, left leg comes up, crossing it over, threading the needle, reaching through, and then gently tugging it in,
See if you could bring the shoulders back down, keeping that chin tucked slightly. Just gently pulsing that leg towards you. One more breath. And then letting it go, bringing that left leg up and floating it down. Keeping those feet down on the mat, you'll just start to rock those knees from one side to the other, windshield wipering your legs, giving yourself a little massage. And then letting those knees come all the way down to that left side, bringing those arms out wide, maybe looking over your right fingers, seeing if you can keep both of your shoulders down. Inhaling back to the middle, and exhaling to the right. Looking over that left hand, breathing into it. And coming back to the middle. And you might like to pull up into what's called happy baby. So you bring your knees in toward your chest, reaching through the middle of your legs and finding the grip on the outside of your feet. And then softening that back down to the mat. Maybe starting to extend one leg out and then the other. Maybe reaching both legs out and just rocking back and forth. Or you might just bring the soles of your feet together, letting those knees come wide. As you're ready, making your way into your final Shavasana. Softening those shoulders down, closing those eyes down, finding that perfect spot for your body to rest. Just imagining all of the tension melting out of your body, down through the floor, into the ground. Taking those deep, slow breaths. Starting to imagine your happy place, wherever you'd like to go, your very favorite place to be. Just taking yourself on a nice little mental vacation. As you're ready, start to deepen that breath, starting to wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe starting to roll that head from one side to the other, waving those feet back and forth, and then reaching those arms up, taking a big long stretch. As you exhale, pulling those knees in, giving yourself a big hug. Just rocking back and forth, side to side. As you're ready, rolling it over to one side. Taking a minute here, cradling your head in the crook of your arm. As you're ready, making your way up to that comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. Maybe closing your eyes. Feeling like you're all ready for your day. Sitting up just as tall as you can, bringing those hands into prayer. Thank you guys for coming today. The light in me honors the light in you.